Alrighty, I'm ready to begin. So what I'm gonna do is I'll do a quick intro and then I'll say each of your names, and then when I do, just say hello to give everyone an idea of what you sound like before we get really going. So, so hello everyone. This is Linehouse for Nexus Gaming Series. I am joined this morning by Guys Gems, who finished first place in Division C West, and will face Psycho Swarm later this week in the first round of the playoffs. Joining me is ST Swish or Swish. How do you say it?
Just Swish is good. Yeah. Hi.
Cody Kratz,
Hello.
Odin,
Hey,
Spoogles, and then there's White Ghost.
Hello.
Which one? I heard Mosher earlier. Mosher?
Sorry.
Which one's
Masha?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Spookles.
Oh, okay. Is that the name in the on the website?
No.
Oh, I'm confused.
We know each other IRL. I'm sorry.
Okay. So let me begin by asking then. Were you in Nexus Gaming Series last season or any seasons prior to this? Like, what's the history of your team competitive wise for Heroes of the Storm?
Yeah,
we
we were
were
in
our
Nexus
first season.
Games.
Sorry. Our first season was last season. Yeah. So we just decided to try it out, and then we really liked it and wanted to continue for the next season too.
What division were you all in?
I was also Division C.
Oh, okay.
So, but I don't know. We got a little bit better, so that's always good.
Yeah, we started playing like shortly before we actually decided to play NGS. Both Stwish and Cody Kraz kind of got into it at the same time with one of our third members who was here last season, but sadly couldn't play this season. Played together for about a year before jumping into NGS.
So you said so who was your exact members from last season, and then who's the new ones for this season? And then while we're going through that, what's everyone's different roles on the team?
Only new member is White Ghost, who was replacing User 2, but the rest of us are the same players from last year.
Last season.
As far as roles, we kind of did a lot of role swaps from last year, but this season, White Ghost is our support. Odin is our main tank. Swish is our offlaner, and then Spoogles and I are the two assassins.
And then what about do you have a shot caller? Do you have a drafter, or do you all just kind of do that together?
Odin's our shot caller, and drafting is primarily Swish does a bunch of scouting and shares that with us, and then he's got the main ideas in draft, and then so yeah, I guess he's basically our primary drafter.
Okay.
Stwish has also made an awesome program that is wizardry to my eyes because I'm not a programmer, but it basically pulls all the relevant information from our replays and generates a lot of cool statistics about the teams we face.
Okay. Interesting. Is that a program you made yourself, or is that when you?
It's just a bunch of scripts. It just because Blizzard publishes the replay parser, and you can just run it on all the replays and get a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Have you guys found that to be very helpful this season? Did you have it last season?
Yeah, I've been fiddling with it for a while now, so yeah, we've had it both seasons. It's not really. It's not terribly fancy.
Yeah, we definitely are using it more extensively this season, and it has been helpful a lot in games, especially against teams where maybe we haven't had time to watch a bunch of their replays. We still have information about their favorite hero picks and their best heroes and stuff.
Okay. That's actually really cool. I haven't heard of any other team doing that.
That's because Stwish made it.
Well, I think if you're a patron, you can ask. There's like a stats person you can ask to get the same sort of stuff. Like,
Yeah, from Zed.
yeah,
Which I wonder. I know I do that. I wonder how many teams do that instead of just doing it
Yeah.
themselves.
I know his is super fancy though. So
They're very
got
pretty.
all the fancy graphs. Yeah, mine's a bunch of text.
So, what are you looking for the most when you're playing in the league? Are you all trying to win? Are you really competitive, or you just enjoy the community? What's the big driver?
So
When-
we're always.
Yeah, go ahead.
You take it. Okay, I'll take it. So we all play HOTS because we all really enjoy it and it's a lot of fun. So I think having fun, while it is our first party, we also really want to win. We have a lot more fun when we're winning. So this season has been great. And then we're always looking to improve. And I think that's, or at least for me personally, that's one of my main motivators for if I want to do anything, it's I want to get better at it and see improvement over time. And I think we've seen that this season too, especially in comparison to last season.
For sure.
Very nice. I was going to see if there's anything else anybody else wanted to add to that. Okay. Without giving too much away, unless you really want to, what are the strengths of each of your players or your team?
I think our predominant strength is our macro play, since I'm our shot caller and I sort of coach the team. I come from a history of playing specialists, and so our play style really emphasizes map control. Taking camps at the right times, taking bosses at the right times, and making structure plays as opposed to team fight plays.
So you're really solid in your rotations then, and controlling the map overall throughout the entire match.
Yeah.
Do you feel it's lacking in your division, or do you feel it's just you guys just do it better?
I think we tend to mostly do it better. Certainly, some teams are better than others at it, but that's going to be the case for anything. But I find that frequently we are the ones that are aggressively making the end game call more than any other team in our league.
So speaking of that, though, how do you feel the competitive level of the teams are this season as opposed to last season? Do you think it's better, the same, worse?
I think it's like compared with last season. Last season was it covered more of a broad skill range Division C did, but this season I feel like even though we're at the top of the bracket or whatever, all these teams are really good. And the scary thing for us going into the playoffs, I think they've all massively improved since we started this season too. So I think it's going to be very competitive this season.
Yeah,
for
last
sure.
season we definitely had a lot more sweeps where there was a big skill disparity and we just dominated our opposition. But there were also a lot more splits that we had with the higher tier teams in the bracket. So as Swish said, it's just they narrowed the range, which I think is good.
Yeah, I will say I've been looking at the stats for Division C, both West and East, and your division, the two, is actually, I feel, a lot closer, at least stat-wise, skill level-wise, based on what those numbers say. Like, I don't know. I mean, you guys are the best team definitively based on your record, but it's not going to be easy, I don't think, getting to the playoffs on this side of the bracket.
For sure.
Yeah, there's lots of strong teams. So we've been working on coming up with some new stuff for the playoffs and just trying to really get ready because we know it's going to be difficult. Teams have been scouting us. We've been a little maybe narrow in what we've done so far, so we're trying to make sure we have more options when it comes to playoff time, since everybody will be playing at their best game and having probably done more scouting and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's always good to have a trick. Last season, Spoogles and I actually learned to play Cho'Gall together in secret. We didn't tell the rest of the team, and we just trained up our Cho'Gall. And then we surprised both our team and our opponents with it by just bringing it out in the finals. So expect tricks.
I love that. Without telling the rest of your team.
The way, guys, we play Cho'Gall.
Where did your team name come from? I really like the logo, by the way. The way it's set up.
Story behind the logo as well. We sort of made it at the deadline. Spookles and I were at a convention in a hotel, and Stwish was like, "Guys, we need a logo." And we had some. We were on the hotel Wi-Fi, and we kind of did like a live conference call and assembled it together.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. And then the name comes from Tomb of the Spider Queen. The spiders drop the gems, and as Eugene said, or as Odin said, the team was pretty green starting out, so we weren't always the best at picking up the gems from the spooter butts, and occasionally, someone dies, and we were not the best at picking those up, so there would be lots of screams of "guys, gems," and then it just kind of became a meme, and we would, type it more and more terribly in any map, just for no reason to really annoy people, and then it's our name.
That's good. That's actually better than that what you were gonna tell me. All right. Do you know any of the other players in the league? Or have you gotten to know anybody in the community, or do you happen to see them a lot when you play our team league or unranked or anything?
Me, Stwish, and Spoogles actually just ran into Voodoo yesterday, just in a quick match. I've seen a couple people from the league in ranked climbing the ladder.
Yeah, it's definitely super fun to start recognizing names on opponents in random games, be it team league or just quick matches stuff. And then, you like, because battle tags aren't necessarily unique, then sometimes, you drop a question in Discord or whatever, like, "Hey, you guys playing right now?" Like, "Yeah, we see you." It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a really fun part of the community so far. I've noticed too when playing.
For sure.
So, how did you originally hear about Nexus Gaming Series, and then why did you decide to join this league as opposed to others?
So we had been playing we had like Thursday night team league or something. We'd all go over. We all live in the same city, so we'd all go over to a friend's place, and we all LAN our laptops together and play some team league. And we had been doing this for, essentially been playing for about a year. We've been doing this for about a year or something. And then there was a Reddit post that was like, "Hey, we're Nexus Gaming Series. It's like Heroes Lounge, but in NA. It's amateur tournaments." And we've played Team League for quite a while, so we figured we should just do this, because there's Team League's like, there's those games where it's like, this is exactly what I want HOTS to be. It's a very competitive game. It's back and forth, and then the other 50% of the games are just sweeps one way or another. So we just wanted a more. We thought it would be fun. We thought we would improve, and we thought it would be just like the best of Team League, only all the time. And we were right. It was great.
Yeah, I definitely second that. I definitely harbor this feeling that Team League rankings just are meaningless, and whether someone's a master in Team League or bronze, they could really be anywhere, and it just depends on who they play with. So the Nexus Gaming Series is this awesome opportunity to grow as a team and fight against similarly talented teams and kind of all improve together. And I think we've done that a lot, and it's been a heck of a lot of fun.
That's awesome. I do agree. It's way better doing this than rolling the dice in Team League right now. Hopefully they fix that soon. All right. Let's see. Let's go this direction. What is everyone's favorite character in Heroes of the Storm right now? I'll go down the list so you can each answer. And it doesn't matter if it's your favorite one you actually play, just like whatever character you like the best, either their kit or from their universe that they're originally from, and just, go over that for a minute. Let's see, can get a better idea of what you all enjoy about this game. So, Swish, what's yours?
Sure. Mine changes like based on the time of day, but like right now I'd have to say I'm absolutely in love with Kerrigan, just because she's a quick match monster. She kills people. She takes camps. She lanes fine, but she's not an offlaner, so I don't get to play her in NGS at all. But no, she's fantastic. I think she's kind of sleeper op right now. She's just, I feel she's really strong.
I think you say sleeper OP, but I'm pretty sure she's highly rated on hot slugs right now. Yep,
It's true. She's up there on the win rate.
it's like top 10.
You
It looks
just-
like.
Her popularity is really low. Like she's like Rexar. It's just this high win rate, no, but just it's because nobody plays her, so it's only the diehards.
It's because the people that know damn well how to land her combo and know how to engage with it.
It's trickier than it looks.
Mm-hmm.
It's real weird.
Okay, Cody Kras, what about you?
Yeah, I really like Tracer. And I think that shows on our NGS record. I was a big Overwatch fan before I started playing HOTS, but I wasn't really into Tracer in HOTS. But then, or in Overwatch, but once I started playing her in HOTS, it's really cool to be able to be blinking all the time. You're moving all the time, and I'm kind of a spaz, so that it really feeds into my things I want to do. You know, I want to be clicking all the time and moving all over the place. And then her rewind time ability just makes me so happy when you like cleanse out something and then show up halfway across the map and go do something else. It's great.
Odin, what about you?
As I mentioned before, I'm really a specialist player. I just sort of play tank because that's what the team needs. But my favorite hero, hands down, is Asmodan. I got a level 100 Asmodan. If I'm climbing the ladder, he's who I'm looking to play. And I do the bad build in quotes. I go like demonic invasion, full demon split push, a core kind of build, and that's just what I like to play. And I've liked to play that since the early days. Asmodan had bribe, and the world was younger.
Well, first of all, I don't play much Asmodan. I had no idea he used to have bribe. But
It was really good. It was really good.
So I got two follow-ups for you. How dare your team not allow you to be the specialist main? I don't understand how that doesn't happen. I guess you guys want to win, but whatever. How do you feel? Are you worried about the upcoming changes? Because I guess I should ask that to Cody as well for Tracer, but for Asmodan's changes upcoming, how do you feel? Like, are you worried about that at all?
I'm a little worried about that just because I feel like I haven't really seen too many other people play Asmodan in the style that I play him. And the style that I play him definitely works. It's incredibly niche, but it certainly works. My win rate's very good, and like I said, I've used him to climb to master for different iterations. And I just hope that my play style isn't sort of erased in the changes because it's such a marginal play style. I don't want them to sort of dumb the character down and take away the option of that play style. That would make me really sad.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. So actually, go back to Cody then. For Tracer, how do you feel about her changes that were done? Like, what was it, like a couple months ago?
Yeah, it took some getting used to, but I think she's still incredibly strong, just in a little different way. You know, what used to frustrate people about Tracer was she would come out of a bush, blink twice, RWE, and you would just die. And now she's more present. She doesn't have quite as much burst damage. Her melee especially feels much weaker. And she has fewer blinks. Her recall's on a longer cooldown, but she's still really strong. And as long as you are kiting effectively and using your blinks judiciously, she's a lot of fun. And I think she's still just as strong. I had to change my build a little bit, but other than that, she's quite viable.
Nice. That's good to hear, at least, that she didn't get ruined for you. Because I know that happens to some people when they tweak these heroes. Okay, Spoogles, what about you? What's your favorite hero?
Well, I actually really like Sonya because, as we said before, our macro game's strong, so playing the Merc Camp mini game.
Hold on, let's stop for a second. I'm getting reverb. Is Odin or because someone's?
Turn off.
Yeah, I'm hearing it through two different ones. So, all right.
You should mute me.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Start again. I just want to make sure it's clean for the broadcast.
So I totally understand. Yeah, Sonya is actually one of my favorites because our macro game is So I mean, just even when I play by myself, I just love getting merc camps and kind of. She's really good at doing that. Spin to win. You know, I can do a team fight. I can lane.
And what's your favorite Sonya skin then? Since there's like 8 million of them for you to pick from, unlike some of us who play Brightwing and have 3.
Brightwing actually is another one of my favorite characters, and her little hat skin's pretty good. But for Sonya, I like the superhero skins because it makes her look like Vegeta from Dragon Ball, and that's pretty awesome. But yeah, the effects look pretty cool. And her master skin is actually one of my favorites as well. That long ago when master skins cost gold.
I know, right? And they actually felt, good about having them.
At least
I
the
wouldn't
ones
buy them with gems, but yeah, no, it's good.
All right. And White Ghost, what about you? What's your favorite hero?
Support main of. Kind of cutting in and out.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he was just thinking for a second or not.
Hold on. Is that better?
Yes.
All right. So as the support main for the team, my favorite hero right now is Murky, and it has been since I unlocked him, and it will always be Murky. Even when they did the rework, I was really worried about him changing his playstyle, but honestly, all it did was give me 3 different builds to go with on him, and that made me even happier.
So, most importantly for Murky, which ultimate do you go?
Always the March.
Because what's better than one Murky than also millions of tiny Murlocs with you, correct?
Correct. Yeah, no, I never really liked Octograb. I liked it when March was unviable. When they added Endless March, that's when I felt like I could meme as hard as possible in a team fight.
Mhm.
And surprisingly, people don't notice I'm Murky sitting there playing a horn for 5 minutes.
Which bugs me when it's against my team. But also, when they made it so you could die during Octograb.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked Octograb when I first started playing them, and then I switched over to March. I was a huge fan of And a Shark 2, just for the lulz, but it fell out for the March.
Nice. Okay, so here's another really important question that I'm going to ask all of you. I want you to think really long and hard about this before you answer. What was the very first video game that you ever played in your life that you can remember?
Oh.
I know that's the most important question you'll ever get asked in your lives, so don't worry about it too much. Just, We'll start from the bottom this time. We'll go with White Ghost first.
Thank God. Oh, no. Why do you do this to me? Oh, shit.
Oh, the rules! Rules!
Yep, I already broke one.
And we're gonna have to Jax come in here and do some bleeping.
It might have been like Pac-Man on the Atari, like Ms. Pac-Man on the Atari. I think.
Was Miss Pac-Man on the Atari? Or was this regular
yeah.
Pac-Man? Man.
No, mine was going to be pretty similar because I'm thinking, and I'm between like one of those really old Atari games, or we had like a Commodore 64, I think it was, like some really old computer with some of the old like Dr. J versus Larry Bird or whatever that was. It's a long time ago, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, I would probably say like Space Invaders on the Atari is my first that I really remember.
Oh, nice. So we got Miss Pac-Man, Space Invaders. Spoogles, what about you?
I think the the first game I ever played was probably some Sesame Street thing on the computer when I was a.
I heard Sesame Street on the computer, and then you.
I think it was some Sesame Street thing from like 1992. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Was it like a learning game, I assume?
Yeah. Did we lose her? Was it like a learning game?
Yeah, I think it was some sort of learning game.
Okay. Actually, you just reminded me. I was gonna say mine was probably a Mario game, but now it might be Reader Rabbit. Odin, what's your first game? Did we lose Odin?
Push the time.
This is why I just do open mic with
Sure,
headphones.
but two of them are in the same room, so that's why you're getting.
That's what I figured. Yeah.
Can you say it again, Odin?
Okay, how's that?
Oh, hear you again.
I think in the days of my youth, we had a Sega Genesis, and mostly my sister played it, but I played it a couple times. Played like an Aladdin platformer when I was very, very young.
I remember that game. That game was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was extremely difficult, I remember.
You should go back and play it. I feel like a lot of time when I go back and play these games that in my youth were impossible, then I feel embarrassed because it's like, well, I can just jump and play the game.
You think that, but I've done that a couple times with some other older NES games, and I go, nope, this game's still hard.
That's also true. And you've got your Contras.
Okay, and Swish. I can't say it. Sitwish.
Yeah.
I'm just going with Swish. I can't do it. My mouth doesn't
All
work
right,
that way.
that's fine. You're allowed. Yeah, I was gonna I don't know. I've been trying to think, and it's like I remember. So the PlayStation 1 was my first console that I got.
What?
And I remember playing like Jet Moto, and Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't get everyone's fancy Sega Genesis and everything. I had to wait. But,
Actually, now I'm just wondering if I'm really, really old.
really old.
I'm older than any of these kids. I don't.
Whatever, Dad.
But yeah. So but yeah, I remember playing like Soul Blade and Jet Moto, but I think I kind of got them all at the same time. And then Spoogles reminded me, no, I remember playing when 6 years old, sitting at this DOS computer, playing a game called Coinbox. And it would be like, so you got 50 cents. What coins are you using? 2 quarters. Yeah, I know. Good at that math. 75 cents. What do you got? $50 and a quarter. Easy.
Oh, yeah, they had those when we were kids.
Yeah. So I crushed that thing when I was about 6 years old.
Okay. None of you can see the look of bewilderment on my face right now because I have no idea what I just heard about some game or whatever that was.
Coinbox. I'd say look it up, but it has been lost at the sands of time.
Okay, you're surprised. There's a lot of emulator sites out there, pal.
Okay, please find Coinbox for me. I've been looking.
Looking for that.
Got a replay of the Kings of Your Youth.
Oh God. I don't even that was what you were I can't right now. Hold on.
On a similar vein to what I just told Odin, I feel like if you go back to that one, it will certainly be easier than.
Yes, I agree with you on that one. I think that would be much easier nowadays.
Coinbox was already pretty easy, so.
Oh God,
Now I'm just looking for it. God.
I gotta go to the last question because my brain just melted in my head. Is there any? All right, so before you go into God, hold on, I'm sorry. The coin box is still stuck in my head. I don't know what you did, but I don't know what the hell that is. Is there?
You will.
Are you gonna find it?
I'm not. I'm serious. It's been lost to the sands of time.
It has to exist. Nothing's lost nowadays. It's the best and worst thing to ever happen to this world. Is there anything else that you would like the public to know about your team heading into the playoffs?
Ooh.
I mean, I'll give you an example. If you listen to the interview with Mario Children, I believe Mo was the one that guaranteed they wouldn't drop a game, which I thought was
Oh,
bold.
God.
Bold.
That's bold. That's like knocking on wood bold.
I mean, if we want to go that way, I'll just come out and say it. If you let me play Tracer, I will kill your support, and then your assassins, and then the rest of your team, and we will win the game. GG.
Easy.
Which you can't say in Overwatch anymore. Now when you type GG easy, it's got some snarky comment. It's pretty great. I wish they'd do that.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's so fun. It's
Nobody
way better.
means that.
Yeah, but go do it, because it's so good.
Some of them I think are worse than just saying GGEZ, by the way. Like, I'd rather hear GGEZ than some of the snarky comments that Blizzard puts in there.
That's what makes it so good. Certainly one of the rest of you has something incredibly inane and cocky to say. Yeah.
Right? I mean, like, I'm waiting. I want to hear
It's
it.
your chance. Be a star.
Get the adoring public to love you.
I don't want to be like, oh, I'm gonna spear you, Sonya, and then you're gonna die, because I know as soon as it happens, I'm gonna get turned on, and it's gonna be real rough.
That's when you beast
Or
it
I'm gonna die
right
to
before you
Mercs.
die.
I'm gonna die to Mercs in the 5-minute mark. I've already done that like 3 times. Just, oh, I got these Mercs guys. I think I got them. Just kidding, I'm dead.
And that's when you type in all chat, lol, I'm the best.
It's really intimidating. You know,
Flag
it's on their back foot.
You-
So confident. That's it. We're so confident. I'm gonna die to Mercs at least 2 times.
Oh. That's how you give them a really false sense of security. All right. Well, if there's nothing else anybody wants to add, does anybody? They're also quiet. It's probably because it's early on a Sunday morning.
I'm still in bed. This is great.
Well, my mic's not set up in my bed, unfortunately, so I actually had to get up.
Yeah, you should have pre-planned that last night. You know.
I did. I pre-planned it by staying up till 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you all. Good luck in the playoffs. It would be really awesome if you're
Thanks for the interview.
Of course. If you are able to go far enough, maybe we can do this again. If you're not able to go far enough, maybe we can do this again and make fun of you. We can see how that works. But as a recap, this has been Guys Gems. They are first place in Division C West. Going to be playing against Psycho Swarm, I believe, that Thursday I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock.
Is that's Pacific time, correct? 'Cause we're all West Coast
Yeah.
here.
Pacific time.
We're all Best Coast.
White Coast is East Coast.
Not even the coast, the Midwest.
Michigan is all coasts, sir.
It sounds more exotic when you say the East Coast.
Does it sound more exotic? I'd rather be known from the Midwest than East Coast. But that's because I like to make fun of East Coasters. Oh, it's so much fun. They get so angry.
I feel like Midwesterners are known for like corn,
Wow.
and I'm from the Midwest, so I know.
You're gonna have to censor that.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining. It was great talking to you, and good luck this week and in future weeks assuming you win against Psycho Swarm.
Yeah. And if anyone finds this Coinbox game,
Oh my
please
God.
send it to me.
Oh God.
I'm on like page 10 of Google, and I
Oh my
can't
God.
find anything related.
Please, no one do this. Please.
Oh, you're getting it too, friend.
I hate it.
All right. Have a good one. Have a good one all.
Cheers.